For the past few weeks, I've been talking about a very important subject about the Australian migration expression of interest. Expression of interest is a point based system that helps the Australian states to be able to invite you to apply for a visa. So they nominate you and then you get application. So I've been talking about different parameters and how you can be able to position yourself to be invited to apply for an Australian visa, which is very important. As I said before, most of these agents will not tell you. But having an occupation is one thing in the occupation list. The second thing is doing your skill assessment. You have tried. But the next thing that I'm talking about right now is that you need to understand that during the expression of interest, you have to be able to work out and understand the parameters and understand how you can be able to maximize the points there for you to be invited. Because having 65 minimum points, it can't help you because there's a lot of competition in the system right now. So you have to have higher points, but you have to measure those points on certain parameters. I have done some of them earlier on. One of them is age. I told you Australia is looking for a younger age force. Go and watch my video, please. In the last few days, I just did a video on them. Number two, I told you that Australia is also looking at what we call people with superior English. Superior English, that is English language proficiency. Very important. I share detailed stuff on it. Go and watch it. And today, I'll be focusing on the what I call the education parameter. Now, listen attentively. But before I start, can you see what I'm hearing right now? This is what we call sing skills. Remember, I'm not a psychophone. I don't share things that will not help you. This sing skill right now, this is like an institution in Australia that help you and train you if you want to get into what we call the tech space. Now, this is not about getting into the tech space where you have to now start learning how to code. No, there's no brainer about that. You don't have to learn how to code. This is a no code tech thing. So this particular institution will train you and give you certain skills like Chrome Master, like business analyst, like project manager, and a lot. It will build you all round. Now, do you know why I like this institution? They won't just give you that skill, they will also guide you on getting jobs here in Australia. All right, there are certain lots of Africans, lots of immigrants, and lots of people, even Australians, that have actually benefited from this institution. Now, if you're watching this right now, as one of the people you listen to, I will not confuse you now. So go if you're in Australia. I'm not talking about those in Nigeria. If you're in Australia, leverage from this right now. Get in touch with them. Call them. Look at the screen. I've tagged them now. Go there. Send them a DM and start the process. After some months, when you're being trained and everything, and you become a business analyst, and you become a Chrome Master, and you become a project manager, and lots of the skills that you're going to get there, and you get it, that's your 6-figure job you're going to get. Make sure that you actually remember me. Oh. Remember me, I'm telling you right now. Okay, let's go back to the business of the day. So we're talking about education. Now, education parameter when it comes to expression of interest is very, very important. Now, the education point, for instance, if you have a PhD, you're going to have like 20 points. Yes. If you also have what you call masters or you have a bachelor's degree, you're going to have at least 15 points. If you have trade courses and maybe diploma, you're going to have 10 points. Now, this is important. Not all education degrees are validated in Australia, meaning that the Australian system also have to be able to assess your certificate to be able to be sure that it meets the Australian standard. And most times, even when you do your skill assessment, you can be able to understand what I'm talking about. So it's important that you need to maximize your points. So if you have a PhD, you're going to have full 20 points. You see? So if you have a bachelor's or a master's, you're going to have at least full 15 points. And then if you have a diploma and a trade course certificate that is in line, in tandem with the Australian standard, you're going to have at least 10 points. Now, if you studied in Australia at least for 2 years doing a psychos course full time, you're going to have at least 5 more points to it. So which means, let's say you did a master's degree, so you're going to have 5 more points plus your bachelor's. So you're having 20 points at the end of the day, because these things will help you to have higher points to maximize for your having the chance to be invited to apply for your visa. Let me tell you why I'm sharing everything to you. Because most people, when they finish having positive skill assessment, they don't understand that the system also checks a lot of things before they can invite you. So if they're looking to invite you, they'll check you out. They'll check how old is this guy. Do you understand? They check your qualifications, which I'm talking about today. They check your English proficiency. They want to see how you're communicating. I don't want to bring you into a city where you're struggling to communicate. I kind of want to invite you if you're old already. How long? I mean, you're not going to be able to generate tax for us and everything. You're not going to be able to generate income like that for it. So I'm just thinking like an employer. I'm thinking like the state right now. So these are some of the things they consider. Now, why I'm also putting you in this position to learn these things and be able to apply them to your own expression of interest is that you also stand a chance to be invited earlier than expected. Why am I saying that? Because by the time that you actually understand these systems and you put them in place, you will have higher points. Because some of occupations, maybe South Australia might say, just an example, might say engineering, we're taking 80 points. Now you need 80 points. Now, do you know what? If almost 90% applicants, that is people that are expressing their interest for that particular course, have the same 80 points, my dear, they will now start looking for like these certain things like, okay, let's see what their age is. Let's see what their education looks like. Let's see what their other qualification looks like, the age, the English language proficiency, the education looks like. And then when they look at those things and they see that many people are still there, they will take it higher. This is a personal research I did for myself, and I had to study. And I went to the Australian official website to study a lot of blogs, a lot of writings, a lot of research works to be able to find out what is happening, the metrics, so what is happening in the system. Do you understand? So now, if people are still in that line, still giving that example for engineering, if everybody have that 80 points they're looking for that for South Australian state, they will not take it higher. They will check these parameters. Now, they will not take people that have higher points in these parameters I've been mentioning. And then apart from that, they will now also say, okay, how many of them scored higher than 80? Now they will now look for higher scores. So you see what I'm talking about this. So that's why some people can be in this expression of interest and they will stay there. Beans where they don't cook, the beans go ripe. They there, boy. You go there, female for yourself. You go there for a long time. And that's what I don't want for anybody. I want you guys to understand these things. I'm not one of those bloggers that is looking for a clickbait. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not going to tell you, oh, Australia, you don't have to do this. No, of course, you know me from day one. So I'm telling you the real truth. There's a reason people are following me. And that is because I tell you the fact. And there are lots of proofs of people who have come into Australia today. They are here today. And they will tell you how they watch my videos. And it has helped them. I'm not an Australian immigration agent. But what I share and my opinions will help you very well to circumvent the process and make it easy for yourself. I approve of you even using immigration agents if you are not able to do it yourself. But what I'm trying to show you is that even as you're meeting those people, at least you have knowledge, you have background of what you want to ask for or what you're seeking for. So this is how to do it. This is where to go, and this is why I do what I do. Now, if what I've shared today really makes sense to you, please like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and do have a beautiful day.